Welcome, friends, to the Monday Manifest. Let's move this a little closer. Anyway, hello, friends. It's Chaos Hand 56 again with another edition of the Monday Manifest. Although, as usual, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today, so I might ramble on for a little bit before I figure it out. I could always look around my room. Like that's gonna help me at all. I don't know. Last week I talked about crap. What did I talk about? I already forgot what I talked about. Oh wait, no, I still don't remember. Crap. I didn't talk for very long on the subject though. Um, because oh wait, I remember. I was talking about Sly Cooper. I'm great at this. But yeah, I didn't talk too in detail about it because obviously I don't want to like spoil the games or anything like that. I don't want to just sound like a fanboy, which I mean that's probably what I sound like whenever I talk about Nintendo, especially when I talk about Mario. But I do very much like Mario. Although it's kind of funny. I never got into the game. Well, I kind of got into the game when it came out, but I've been playing Neo lately. I'm not very good at it. I mean, I'm not very good at any Dark Souls game, to be fair. So there's been plenty of salt happening while I've been playing it, but I've also been progressing, so I keep playing it. It's a double-edged sword. But yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. I'm still bad at it. Honestly, I don't know how I got this far because I seem to remember rage quitting it and then not picking it back up. But now, I don't know. Maybe I've learned a thing or two since I last played it. It's hard to tell. But anyway, um, shit. I really don't know what to talk about. I mean, I'm sure you guys are fine with me just kind of rambling about whatever. Well, I mean, usually in Twitch chat people are. I don't know about YouTube. I mean, I'm not very good at short form videos because I've only recorded like a few videos and they kind of vary in length from 17 minutes to almost an hour and a half. Granted, when I talked about Final Fantasy, there's a lot of games, and there's still a lot of games that I didn't even cover in there because I never played World of Final Fantasy. I have it, but I haven't played it. But yeah. I hope you guys are all doing good today. I have to figure out what the hell I'm going to talk about. Um. Anyway, shit. This is me. This is what it's like to be me, being very scatterbrained and not knowing exactly what the fuck's going on most of the time. Um, I made the Monday Manifest in order to make more content, basically, and it's more like a well. If you're on my YouTube channel, you see there's a whole lot of Twitch VOD uploads, which obviously that's very interactive for the people who are actually in my Twitch channels, but not so much for the people who are on my YouTube. It's more like an archiving type of thing than anything else. So I'm making this as a different form of content creation, more geared towards just this kind of interaction. Granted, I'm a tiny YouTuber right now, and I have barely any subscribers and not a whole lot of input or anything. Which, in one way, is kind of nice because once you get bigger, then you know what? That'll be our topic for today. Even though I have no experience with being famous in any way, our topic for today will be let's say growth and popularity. I'll splash that across the top really quick because I'm the one editing all my stuff because obviously, like I said, there's big time YouTubers who have people hired for animating, for editing, for doing all that stuff. I do everything myself. That's just kind of how it is. I don't have the funds to hire a bunch of people, and at this point, there's no point in that, honestly, because I don't make any revenue off of this, or I don't make enough revenue for it to even count towards that. That's one of the things that really gets me is when people have like granted everybody has their passion, but I always see people starting out streaming or YouTube or all that. And look, it's good to have decent equipment. I'm not gonna lie. Like especially I just built a new computer because I knew I needed more power and everything. But that's because I knew that's what I needed. There's a lot of people that buy equipment that is far, far, far beyond what they will ever need it for. But its capabilities outstrip anything they will ever use it for. But they still shell out all of this money hoping to just hit it big. And that's the other problem. A lot of people seem to think that just streaming is somehow going to make you the most famous person ever. And that's not true. Like, I hit the stream button most days a week, you know, and I do my best to entertain and joke around and all that and chat with people. And it's fun. Like, that's why I do it, because it's fun. Like, if I ever did get partner, that would be cool. If I ever started making money off of, like, YouTube and stuff, that would be cool. But at this point in time, that's not exactly, like, what I'm going for. Or that's not in my scope, I guess. Because like I'm running a computer. Granted, right now, like my old computer was like an i7 3700 CPU, which is all right. It's a quad core, but it's not good enough for what I want to do. Like video editing and all that requires a bit beefier of a PC build. And I mean, this thing was still running DDR3 memory and all that. And I've been streaming off of that PC for over 2 years now, and it was doing just fine. But lately, I could tell that time was starting to catch up to it, especially trying to edit videos, trying to stream more intensive games. And I just wanted to increase the overall quality, because now that I have somewhat of an audience, there's more to it, you know, than just doing the bare minimum. Like, I want to do more. But a lot of people they buy these expensive, like, multi-$1,000 PCs. Granted, you can build a state-of-the-art PC for like under $2,000. I'm not even fucking joking. It's not that expensive. But people like to buy pre-built because it's easier. But pre-built tends to always be more expensive, especially if it has newer components, because there's a markup. You know, like Dell and all that. But Dell's pretty much all refurbished parts. Anyway, so I prefer building my own because it's cheaper, but also because I can see exactly what is going in there. And that's another thing that I don't like about pre-builts and stuff like that, is they tend to have a ton of bloatware when you get them, and I do not like that, because I don't need your proprietary fucking software. I just need what I need on my PC. But anyway, yeah, I'm just saying, there's a lot of people too many people treat Twitch and YouTube as like a get rich quick scheme, and it takes a lot of hard work. You know, I've put a lot of work into my stream. It may not look like it half the time, but I've made overlays, I've clipped and worked on trying to get like sound effects, something that I really need to get better at, honestly. I've been editing and uploading videos. Granted, that's not for stream itself. It's more for like self-advertisement purposes or just for archiving. But still, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot more that goes into it than just pulling up a game, hitting stream, and just playing. Like, and I've seen plenty of people who piss and moan and complain that they're not getting any viewers, that they're not getting this, that they're not getting that, when all they fucking do is just sit there and play the game. Like, they don't interact, they don't do anything. It's just live, and it's like, that's not how you grow. That's not how you attract viewers. The other thing that gets me is when people are like, thankfully I don't have it too much on my channel. Granted, like I said, I'm not a huge channel by any means, you know. My average viewership isn't huge, but I mean, I have people that I talk to pretty much every time that I go live, you know. There's cool people in there. But follow for follow is never a valid way for growth in any community, because guess what? The only thing you're doing is boosting your follow numbers, which, yay, that looks really cool on paper, but guess what? If nobody's fucking watching your stream, if nobody is physically there when you're doing stuff, it doesn't matter at all. It's not getting you subs, it's not getting you views, it's not getting you anything except followers, and followers literally do nothing for your channel at all. Like, you could brag about having 10,000 followers, but if your average view count is 2, then none of those people fucking matter except for the 2 that are in there, and one of them is probably your bot, because bots count, well, I don't even know if bots count as viewers anymore. Like, I have my bot in there, but not as to count as a viewer. I just have it there so it can do bot stuff like it's supposed to. But yeah, it's just, you have to you have to figure out your niche. I'm still kind of figuring out. Branding is a pain in the butt because there are so many other people out there doing the same thing. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find your unique path or something that makes you different. I'm basically just a guy who streams older games and says curse words a lot and talks about butts and stuff. And for some reason, people seem to like that. I don't know. I mean, I the first like year or so I hated my voice. And that's one of the big things is that when you stream you have to be more comfortable with yourself as a whole because people can really pick up on when you're not having a good time. Like my chat knows when I'm just not having a good time with a game or something. And I am a variety streamer. I like playing all kinds of games. But some games just make me very salty for almost no reason. I'm really bad with horror games because I like to be able to advance. And a lot of horror games set the pace for you. And I'm like, but I want to go over here and I don't like this puzzle. And sometimes they make me feel really stupid. And nobody likes to feel stupid. I mean, come on. But yeah, and that always, like, I was playing Luigi's Mansion 3. I actually beat it yesterday. Fantastic game, by the way. I'm not paid by Nintendo, but that game's fucking amazing. So if you have a Switch, you owe it to yourself to play Luigi's Mansion 3. Seriously, it's really good. But, anyway, off that tangent. But yeah, there were a couple of puzzles that I was just like, what is even fucking going on? And somebody was like, this game was made for kids. And I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't mean that I can't, like, that I'm just gonna fucking understand everything. Like, some kids are a lot more clever than adults. Like, seriously, especially when it comes to stuff like that. Because we tend to overthink things. Like, it could be the simplest puzzle, and we'll be like, oh, maybe we got to do this and this, which is kind of what I was doing. But there were also invisible lasers involved, and I did not like that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I get salty. Like, I try not to so much. I think I've gotten a lot better. And especially on stream, I'm a lot better than when I'm alone. Because when you're alone, you don't still give a shit. You just fucking, like, yell, and you're just like, fuck this, fuck everything. I mean, I still do that on stream, actually. But not to, like, I don't know. I feel like streaming over the years has really, like, changed how I approach games. And not in a bad way, in a good way. Like, I think things through a little bit more. I do things that I wouldn't have done before. I take it a little bit slower, depending on the game. Some games I just kind of speed through because that's what I'm used to. Not like speedrunning speed, because goddamn, there's no way I could speedrun. I am terrible at life. Like well, maybe I'll try sometime at a game that I like really know and love. But I'm also like I'm I have nothing against speedrunners. Like there's some really cool speedrunners. There's also speedrunners that are really boring because literally they don't interact with chat at all. They just got to do their thing, which I understand. Yeah, it takes concentration, but it's kind of boring. Like if I wanted to watch a video about somebody speedrunning and not having them talk to me at all, I'd watch YouTube. Like maybe that sounds like fucking dickish, but that's if there's no interaction at all going on in your stream, you might as well just be making YouTube videos because then people can just comment afterwards. Because obviously you're not going to pay attention to them in the middle of your stream. Anyway, another tangent there, but God, I forgot what I was talking about. Streaming, fuck. Anyway, I was talking about how it kind of like shapes you, and one of the things is I've gotten used to my voice, and I'm okay with my voice now. Like I used to kind of hate it, but I think it's one of those things where obviously when you speak, your voice sounds different to you as you're speaking than to you when you hear it recorded. And I remember a long time ago, me and my sister we had a fucking boombox with a cassette recorder and player. Yes, cassettes. I'm that old. Well, I'm only 31, but cassettes were still a thing when I was young. But yeah, we used to record like little stupid songs and radio shows and stuff. And we fucking hated our voices. We were like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, this isn't me, but it is. It's just that because of the way the acoustics and shit work, we sound different. Like, my voice sounds deeper in my head than it does on camera. So, and I used to always hate it, but I'm just like, I've gotten used to it. And a lot of people are like, I like your voice. It's soothing. And I'm like, is it really? When I'm like playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare and I'm cursing at the same guy like the 20th time because fuck him and his stupid sniper and yeah. Oh god, I hated that part. Anyway, But yeah, I got on a tangent again. Well, not really. Well, yes, it's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's there's a lot that goes into it. And one of the things that I'm always been afraid of, although I really need to not be afraid of it and just embrace it, is that as you become more popular on Twitch, you will have more people in chat, obviously. Like, you'll have more viewers. Whether or not everybody's talking remains to be seen. Like, I know plenty of partnered streamers where they have like 1 to 200 viewers, but there's only maybe 20 to 30 people chatting, because some people just watch to watch, you know, or they'll throw in like a couple of words every once in a while just to be like, oh hey, or if they comment on something that the streamer's talking about that they're actually interested in, you know. So I understand there are a lot of people that watch just to watch, you know, or they just like the interaction between the streamer and the stream. But that's one of the big things is, like, I already feel like I have a hard enough time keeping up with the chat if there's only like 10 people talking in chat. So once you get to the upper like echelons of that, where it's just like, I've seen some streams, granted I don't watch like super famous streamers because a lot of them are fucking assholes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like most of them. Or I have no reason to watch them because I know that I will get no interaction out of that chat because I am just another number in their stream. And that's not their fault. That's just how it goes when you have that many people. And that's the thing I'm afraid of, is when I get to the point where I just cannot keep up with everyone, you know? Granted, there's some people now that, like, if they chat, I might just like read over it but not like say their, I'm not going to say everything out loud because sometimes people are stupid and trolly, or they just say stuff that's kind of like, I don't know about that. Like the people who follow, who have usernames that look okay until you enunciate them, and then it's like, oh, that's a dick joke. Yeah, I usually catch those, and I'll be like, you know what, whatever. I'm not gonna ban you immediately, but at least have some creativity when you troll. It's kind of boring when people do the same thing over and over. You know, it's just sad, really. Like, if you're gonna troll, troll good, troll better yourself as a troll, as a person. Like, fuck, like, I like the kind of trolls who aren't really like hateful trolls. They're just people who like make funny statements and stuff like that. But if you just make a username and pop it and you're like, hey, and you're waiting for me to say it, or you follow me so I can say it, I'm not gonna fucking say it. I'm not that dumb. Most streamers aren't that dumb. And that's another thing. Now, this is less on popularity, and this is more on desperation, although desperation does play a lot into Twitch, because there's a lot of people who are super desperate. I was talking about follow for follow before. That is like a desperation tactic, because they're like, I want to get affiliated as soon as possible. But guess what? I know people who aren't affiliated who have partner level numbers. They just never felt like getting money from Twitch, or they can't because of, you know, their country or something like that. Like, affiliation really doesn't do anything. It gives you some emote slots, but if you have shitty emote ideas, or you're an affiliate and you don't have any emotes, then it doesn't matter anyway. Like, why would they sub to you just for nothing, for zero things? And that's one of the things that I need to work on. Like, I always want to try to work on like fucking incentives and stuff, because while I do enjoy people being in there and all that and supporting me just by watching me, and me, like, I know technically as a streamer, while I'm streaming, that's, you know, that's a service that I'm giving to people and all that. But holy shit, like, I feel like there's more that I need to give back, because I love these people a lot, and it's just something, you know, that I want to give back. Also, I think my camera battery might be dying because it's flashing at me. Sorry, I forgot. If I pause, I just have to unpause on that. I said this was over, but I was lying. Give me just a second. I need to plug something in. I just put a fresh new battery in my camera, so we should be good. And also, I need to remember that when I'm recording, I need to plug my camera in, because it drains the battery really fast if I'm doing HD video. Whatever. Wait. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about that. Anyway, so, as I was saying at the end, before I got cut off rudely because my camera stopped recording, organic growth is the key. Like, unless you already have a huge following on another media platform, don't expect large numbers right away on Twitch. unless you happen to get front page or you're like doing something or other. Also, I think the camera might be off a little. But looking more like that. Okay, that's probably better. I hope. If the camera angle's off, whatever. It is what it is. Um, but yeah. Oh God. I lost my train of thought since I had to like completely redo some things. But seriously, it's just it's one of those things. Like, talk to people. Like, if you want to build a community, you need to actually build that community. Like, follow for follow is not going to build a community. Follow for follow is just going to build numbers, not people. And if you have numbers in your stream, but not people in your stream, which doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. Basically, if you have follows but no actual people or anything like that, then you're not going anywhere. You're just hurting yourself overall. And don't beg. Don't beg for viewers, for followers, for anything. Like, people don't like that. I don't like that. Like, when people come in and they're like, "Oh, well, I just need like this and this," and I'm like, "Well, guess what? Like, I never ask people to come into my stream to watch. The only time I ever ask people to come into stream is if it's like an event stream, and it's less asking and it's more like, hey, I'm doing this and this. It would be really cool if you guys could be here. Plus, I'm doing this. Like when I wear a dress on stream sometimes to cook. People seem to like that for some reason. I don't know why, but I will tell you that dresses are actually, well, the ones I wore were fairly comfortable, so keep that in mind. But yeah, like, just don't. They like you need people to go there because they want to go there, not because they feel like they're being harassed or like they're being forced to go there. Because most people don't like doing things that they feel like they're forced to do, because nobody really likes being forced to do things, you know. Outside of, like, there obviously there's exceptions, but for the most part people are not so much into that. But yeah, just be yourself. Don't, and that's one of the other thing that gets me, like when people adopt like a separate persona for I can't do that. Like, I can't jive with that. I just be me. This, which I say stupid things a lot, and I don't really have a lot of tact, but that's what it is. And the thing is, if people don't accept that, they don't need to be in your stream. There are literally billions of people in this fucking world. Probably not all of them watch Twitch or YouTube, but a decent portion of them do. And not everybody is going to be your audience, because no matter how good you are at your specific thing, it just may not be their thing. Like, there's that's the whole thing. Everybody has their opinion on what is good, and you may not be it, even if you think that you're doing fantastic. Like, and it's okay. It's okay to not be someone's thing, because everybody has, like I said, everybody has different opinions on everything. So don't get pissed off at someone if they think your content's trash, because guess what? That's, in their eyes it's trash. In other people's eyes it might be really good. It's just, that's how it goes. Like, just let it be. I've seen far too many people, like, even I've been attacked on Twitter, and oh God, people love fucking doing this, like, for unfollowing, or actually I can talk about this now. I had a couple of mods, and they were like really getting out of line about things and going like fucking crazy. So I unmodded them. What did they do? They immediately went into another Discord server and started bitching and complaining about how I unmodded them, instead of talking to me about it. Like, they wouldn't come to me to communicate their feelings. And I mean, I wouldn't have remodded them because I had made that decision, but I at least would have given them a list of reasons why they were unmodded. But after, like, the fucking display they showed after I unmodded them, they were never fucking getting modded again anyway. Like, and sometimes that's just how it goes. And it sucks, you know? I don't like unmodding people that I've modded, because usually I mod people I trust them or they're good friends or something, and I know they're not going to fuck up or anything. But people change. Sometimes that's just what you have to fucking do. And, like, for the love of God, if somebody pisses you off, don't fucking run to Twitter and, like, act like it's the end of the fucking world and play the victim and all that. look into the reason why, because usually people have a very good reason for blocking you, for unfollowing, for doing whatever. Like, they did it for a reason. Most people don't block people just to block people. I mean, there might be somebody who does that. I don't know. There's exceptions to every rule, but you probably did something to to fucking deserve that. And the thing is, don't publicly decry the person or announce it. Just talk to them personally. Like, be like, "Hey, I saw this and this. What's up?" If you can. Sometimes you get blocked like from their everything, and then you can't. But like, don't make a big fucking deal about it, because that usually just reflects badly on you. Because then people are like, "Oh, this person's really petty, and I don't like how this is. Like, I don't like this at all." So yeah, like, don't be the person who like bitches and complains about something like to everyone and acts like it's the end of the world. Like, just fucking grow up. Like, this isn't high school. This isn't middle school. Like, we are adults. You fucking just take what you're given and you work with it. That's what you do. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm pretty passionate about that because I've had that happen to me, and I've had that happen to other people where they like people try to have like fucking like hate posts and vengeance shit, and it's like, fucking just, there's so many other things you could be doing with your time other than wasting it just like being a fucking shitty person. Like, that's, at the end of the day, that's it. Don't waste your time being shitty. Better yourself. Find something else to do. Just figure it out. There's so many things to do in life that don't involve trying to like fucking roast someone because you fucked up and so they did something about it. But yeah, and that was that. I guess that kind of has to do with like growth of popularity. Is that at points like during it, you're going to get drama like that, because whether you like it or not, especially like, I haven't had as much of it because I'm a dude streamer, and I mean, well, I mean, there's dude streamers that get like a whole lot of fucking horny chicks or dudes and stuff like that in their chat. But it happens primarily to female streamers where like people will join up, and look, Twitch and YouTube, they are not dating sites. They aren't. These people are there to entertain and everything, but they're not there to be your fucking boyfriend slash girlfriend. Like, so don't get in your head that people are gonna fucking drop everything for you. Like, don't assume that you are a more important aspect to their life than whatever else might be going on, unless they have specifically told you that. Like, too many people get in the mindset that because they're following, because they're viewing, because they're subbing, donating, whatever, that they deserve a portion of that person's time. And that's not how it works. Like, we're not prostitutes or anything like that. We do not give ourselves to you just because you give us a little extra. Like, it's helpful, it's awesome, like, it's really cool, and the community gives to us and everything. But under no circumstances are any streamers or anybody obligated to give you the time of day, like, to be like romantic with you, to do any of that. Like, don't fucking make little worlds inside of your head where you think like you are destined to be with this person, because 9 times out of 10 that's not fucking like on their mind at all. They're just like, "Hey, it's this cool person who's donated. Hey, let's keep doing shit." They're not looking at you romantically in any way. Like, and yes, there are people who have gotten together like over Twitch and stuff, but not like a love at first sight thing. These people got to know each other. They got, they figured this shit out and all that. Like, it's that just because it's happened a couple of times doesn't mean it's gonna happen every time, and definitely not like not every female streamer is looking for a fucking partner, and most of them are already with someone or married. That's the other thing. If you fucking follow someone like forever and then you find out that they're married or in a relationship, guess what? They had no reason to have to tell you that. You don't, if you don't need to know, you don't need to know. And don't act like they fucking like destroyed your life, because this their own business. They do what the fuck they want. Like, people don't seem to understand that streamers are people. It doesn't matter how popular you are, how unpopular you are. They're still at the very core. They are still people, just like you. They're just maybe they might be more popular or something. Like they're fucking people. Like treat them as such. They have their own lives to do. Don't assume that they are going to make all of the time in the world for you specifically, because that's not how that fucking works. You know what? Like I'm not gonna lie. There are people that I talk to that I've known through streaming and all that. Like there are people that I will drop everything for, but not everyone. And that's true of all streamers. Like there are streamers out there that will drop everything for specific people. But guess what? That's how fucking life goes. When you are familiar with someone, when you get to know people, when you become like good friends with people, that's how it goes. But that does not apply to every viewer. We do not have the time. Like shit, I'm not even like a super popular streamer. I'm not like a huge streamer, but I still don't have the time to talk to every single person, to get with every single person and all that. It's hard. Like fuck, even in normal everyday life, I can't talk to everybody cuz it's just too much. I would go insane. I wouldn't be able to do anything else. So always remember that like streamers are people. They have their own lives. They have their own shit going on. Just let them live their life. Don't fucking try to put yourself into their life, because like I said, 9 times out of 10, that's gonna end badly for you because they are not gonna like that. You know, don't assume things. Don't put like a rose-colored tint on everything. Just because you like this person, you think they're gonna like you back for whatever, or you just keep throwing money at them. That's not how that fucking works. Like I said, we are grateful for the viewers, for subs, for donos. We're grateful for all that stuff, but that's not gonna like give you our affections. Like that, we're just like anybody else. Like we get to know people, and then we're cool with them. That's how it goes. I'm sorry, that was a pretty big tangent there, but anyway, I think now might be a good time because we're at a little bit over 30 minutes to end the video. I just gotta figure out exactly how to summarize things. Basically, okay, first off, having the highest quality equipment will not automatically make you a good streamer. Follow for follow, terrible idea in every aspect because it literally does nothing for you but boost follow numbers, which after affiliate mean absolutely nothing. 3, streamers are people, and treat them as such. Don't put them on a pedestal or fucking look past things they do because you like them. Because that's, granted, I know when you're cool with someone, there tends to be a little bit of bias, but you have to realize that when shit gets hard, when bad things happen, that's how it goes. Like it's just, if it's bad, if what they're doing is bad, then it's bad. Recognize it. Don't defend them on it. And also, I don't know. I don't even remember how many points I brought up, but basically just be cool. Be yourself. Like natural growth is the best kind of growth because you meet amazing people and you get to communicate with amazing people rather than follow for follow, which is you seeing a face, seeing somebody press a button, and that's it. Like after that, there's no correspondence, there's no talking, there's no anything. Like in order to build a community, you have to put in the effort to do so. You have to actually actively engage in things. And I know it's scary to find like random people to like connect with and stuff like that. But you know what? That's life. Like I said, there's so many people on this earth. You're going to meet a lot of random people all the time. You might as well make it worthwhile, right? Anyway, if you guys have anything else to add to this, just throw it in the comments below. I'm sorry, this was kind of all over the place, but still, this is how the Monday Manifest goes. And I'm glad I came up with the topic at least 3 minutes into talking. 3 or 4, I don't know. But yeah, and if you like my videos, every Monday, I've been getting a little bit better at actually putting them out on Monday, but every Monday, I do the Monday Manifest where I pick a topic to kind of rant about, which this is most definitely ranting. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for topics, as always, just put them in the comments below. If you like this video or you like the other videos you've seen on my YouTube, which are pretty much just old Twitch VODs of me playing different games, I'm going to keep uploading more because there's a lot. But yeah, if you like that stuff, consider subscribing, liking the video, whatever. However YouTube metric works, I don't know. There's a lot of debate on that. But thank you so much for being here and hanging out today on this week's edition of the Monday Manifest. I will see you guys next Monday. You all have a fantastic rest of your day and be cool and stuff. Yeah.